Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Today I'm going to explain to you guys the 7 chakras, or the 6 chakras, based on Gurbani and Gurmat. There is a lot of misunderstanding when it comes to this stuff, so I want to clarify and align it with Gurmat because it does fit. So in Kirtan Sohela, we hear Che kar che gur che updes, gur gur eko ves anek. Che kar, they're referring to the 6 houses or the 6 gurus, and I'll explain what those gurus are. However, it says gur gur eko ves anek. There are actually many gurus out there, endless gurus, but there's only one guru, which is the Sahasra Chakra. Now, we'll get to that later. So, I want to use Shabad. It's the Rog Rahat Mera Satgur Jogi. So, we'll start off with the root chakra, right? Muladhar. Muladhar, it's more than just survival. This is your sense of smell. And there's a line that explains it, and it connects it with how the sense of smell can be a trap if you get stuck here. So, Basan Rok Pavar Binasano. Because of the disease of smell, the bumblebee is destroyed. Right? The bumblebee goes to the flower, smells it, done. In the same way, the Swadhisthana chakra is the sense of taste. And there's also a line for that. Jiva rog man gusiano. Because of the sense of taste, the fish gets caught. Right? When you're going fishing, you're putting bait. So the fish sees the bait and you catch the fish and it's dead. It loses life. Now, Manipur Chakra, the center of vision. Drisht Rog Pachmoy Patanga. The moth goes into the flame and it dies because of the sense of vision. It can control itself. We go to the sense of touch or desire. Kam rog magal baslina. The disease of sexual desire overwhelms the elephant. You know, if you know elephants, they are highly promiscuous, and you know that kind of works for both Swadhisthana chakra as well as the Anahat chakra, the lower sense being the sexual desire, however the higher being wanting to touch, wanting to mate. Right? We live in this world where people want pets, people want to cuddle, people want to do all these things. They want to touch all day. And that could be a disease in itself. And then lastly, well, not lastly, the sense of sound. Naad rog khap gay kuranga. Because of the disease of the sound of the bell, the deer is lured to death. So the disease of sound, this is something I got stuck in, right? I was listening to a lot of Naad, and I thought that was everything, right? Being able to listen to these divine sounds, they bring you so much bliss. However, the deer is caught by that, right? When you play a little bell sound and the deer comes looking for it, the hunter goes and kills it. That's what happens when you get too much in the realm of sound. And then lastly, we have the Agya chakra. And this is the chakra that all yogis are trying to perfect. This is where all the siddhis are. Well, the siddhis are down here as well. However, this is where you really start getting a lot of perfection and perfection over yourself. Agya means to command, to control, to command yourself. So for that, this disease is the disease of ego. Home rog manuk ko dina. Mankind is afflicted with the disease of egotism. How beautiful is that? That when you get up here, you realize you have control and access to all these lower selves. So you try to manipulate these chakras, these senses we have, to get what we want, to increase our sense of self. You know, it's funny, I was listening to the Shabad, and as I was listening, I passed this girl, and no judgment towards her. You know, it was just funny because as I was listening to that Shabad, and this line came, and she was just taking a selfie. And that's what we are as humans. The sense of self, we love it. And that is the sense of self that gets us in trouble. So, the disease of egotism is up here. Now, truthfully speaking, most people don't transcend these chakras. These four is where most people get stuck at, right? Maybe if you're of a higher consciousness, you'll go here, right? Like, I had a phase where I was here for a while, right? I loved listening to music, making music, even Gurbani. I mean, I still do. However, I realized even this is a trap, and even this is a trap. Even the Agya chakra is a trap. So learning to go here, Guru Guru, Eko, Ves Anek. These Veses, there's many chakras, right? These six that I just mentioned, these are the main ones. However, there's way more.